Hello, my friend. It was about 3 days before Thanksgiving. I went to the store and I bought this beautiful head of romaine lettuce. And I get home and I'm planning my meal and I'm getting ready to get my turkey out of the freezer because I'm the one that's gonna bake the turkey for the big dinner. And I hear on the news that there's a recall on romaine lettuce, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to throw this beautiful head of romaine lettuce away. What can I do about it? And then the scare came out that it's a lot of vegetables are tainted in the grocery store or in the fields, and that isn't washed off. And so I'm like, okay, I've got to solve this problem, not just for myself, but for my followers, for my friends, for you. And so I went on the internet, I did a little homework, and I found a recipe that I liked and I tweaked it. And I want to share that recipe with you. Now, I did not go ahead and use it on my romaine lettuce because I didn't want to take a chance of making everybody in the family and the extended family sick for Thanksgiving. And I also didn't have the research completed before Thanksgiving because this was 2 to 3 days before Thanksgiving. But since Thanksgiving, I have perfected this, and I think that if I had known what I know now, I would have gone ahead and used it for a salad for myself and cleaned the lettuce and see how that worked. And if that worked, then I would use it with my immediate family. But it has been a great recipe to have. So I'm Mary Howard RN with Powerline Health, where we want to come alongside you and help you in your day, bringing you another episode of Essentially Yours. And oh, hey, I'd like to know, this part of the video I'm in blue, the next part of the video I'm in red or a dark pink. Tell me which color I look better in. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Click the subscribe button. Also, in the details below is a link to the full article with the recipe on our blog. So I hope that helps you. I've had quite a good response with my vegetable wash that I made, my fruit and vegetable wash. And then I also, after I've made this a couple of times, I had a discovery. If you emulsify your essential oils into your baking soda, that the essential oils stay in solution and they don't even float to the top. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to share my recipe and how I did that, but I found this great little recipe on the internet. You simply use vinegar, which I went ahead and poured up already to simplify it for our video. Here we go. 3/4 cup of vinegar. And I've also put my 1 cup of filtered water in my glass bottle so that that's done and I won't have to worry about making that mess. And then the cool thing about this recipe is you take your baking soda. So we're going to take a teaspoon of baking soda. And it's not an exact science. You know, you can do more or less if you like. And then we're going to take our 10 drops of lemon oil and put that in our baking soda. And again, I'm using a glass bowl because the essential oils do break down plastics. And so now I'm just going to sit here and emulsify that into the baking soda. So it just all turns into kind of like when you mix shortening and sugar. Only we're going to do baking soda and lemon oil. And see, we're just going to get that all mashed in there. And it is just amazing. So you can do this if you're making a lot of different things. You can emulsify. I've found your tea bags. You can emulsify your essential oils if you want. Like I love to put cinnamon in my tea. But if the cinnamon all floats to the top, then it's going to burn your lips the first sip, right? Well, if you put the cinnamon on the whole leaves of your tea, or if you put the cinnamon essential oil on your tea bag and let that soak while you're heating your water, and then when you pour it over the tea, very little of it floats. A little of it will float, but not a lot. And again, because we're using vinegar and baking soda, we're going to have that chemical reaction. So we're just going to have some science here, our own little volcano. And we're just going to wait for that to stir down a few times. This is so fun. Something you can do with your kids. And so the lemon essential oil helps to cut bacteria. It also helps in the baking soda as a nice non-sudsing cleaner. So I think I've about got this mixed. The oils do look like they've separated a little. Maybe I didn't spend enough time mixing them. I'm going to pour this all back in my measuring cup because my measuring cup has a spigot, and then I can now pour it in my brown spray bottle. And I'm really glad I covered my workspace with plastic because I am making a mess. I thought this was a great idea, not having to have a funnel. And that is how easy it is. And we will put our sprayer in here. And we'll put our label on our bottle, Veggie wash. And we ought to try some vegetables, find some vegetables. So the idea of the Veggie wash, the other reason the lemon oil works so well is when you have lemon oil, it cuts that waxy coating they put on them to make the vegetables shine. So the lemon kind of cuts through that waxy coating. And then it also has the antimicrobial, and then the baking soda as a good cleaner. So what I do is I just spray my vegetables and fruits down, and I leave them sit in maybe a minute while I'm doing some other things, and then I come back and I wash them in fresh water, and voila, it's that easy. I hope this has been helpful in your day. I'm Mary with Powerline Health, where healthy living is the power to move mountain. Please like and share our video, and we look forward to hearing your comments.